How to get fit as a busy dad in 2023, or any year for that matter. What's up guys? So today I'm dropping all my best tips for fellow busy dads out there like myself who want to get in tip-top shape this coming year. And it all starts with time management. Now, don't skip anything here because we're going to get into my best tips of all time when it comes to getting in shape. But I have to address the elephant in the room is that you just do not currently have a time blocking system that is working for you. I get it, I'm busy too. I coach multiple sports, basketball, soccer, football. One of my kids wants to do baseball this year, and I have to plan my week out in advance. Otherwise, it can quickly get away from me. The biggest thing you can do is treat your workout time like one of your most important meetings of the week. And the good news is you don't have to have daily meetings with your workouts. In fact, you could do only 3 or 4 workouts a week. We'll talk about the best splits a little bit later on in the video, but you don't have to have 45 minutes to an hour every single day to work out. My suggestion is start with 45 minutes 3 times a week. Block it out on your calendar. It's non-negotiable. Ideally, you knock out your workouts first thing in the morning before the day gets absolutely out of control, gets away from you. You have kids' practices, school things, family things going on, and you don't have time to work out. It could be joining a program like mine where we coach busy, successful dads, help them get in better shape, or it could be simply getting a workout partner, or here's a powerful one that I suggest you do right now. Tell your wife and kids that you're gonna get in shape this year. Write it out on the refrigerator, put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Get accountability to the people you care about the most and stop lying. Say you're gonna do something and actually do it. Put your non-negotiable time on your calendar right now. Pause the video, go do it, come back and finish the rest. So as promised, I wanna go through my personal best workout splits for the busy dad out there who wants to get in better shape. I'll tell you the ones that I would suggest starting with and then how you could progress as you go forward. The first one is what I call push-pull legs. So on day number 1, which we call push, you're training chest, shoulders, and triceps. On day 2, you're doing pull exercises for your back, your traps, and your biceps, and even your rear delts. And then finally, on day number 3, you're training your legs. Now, there's been a lot of conflicting ideas and theories around what workout frequency is the best in terms of how often you train body parts. But the studies show that pretty much the results are the same whether you train body parts once or twice a week or 3 or 4 times a week. I know there's gonna be some conflicting thoughts on that, but my point is this. Do what you can stick to for a long period of time. If it's training chest, shoulders, and tricep on Mondays, back, biceps, rear delts, and traps on Wednesday, hitting legs on Friday, and that's just how you set up your week and how you can stick with it, you will get 10 times better results than the person who tries to have a perfect workout split, but ends up being very inconsistent. The second workout split I would suggest, if you have a 4th day, would be to do something like upper body on day 1, lower body on day 2, take a day off, do upper body again, then either do a full body workout as your last workout of the week for your 4th, or hit legs again if you need to do more legs and your legs are currently small and you want to build bigger legs. The upper lower split is one of my favorites. That's the one I personally run most times. But truth be told, during crazy busy seasons where I have 3 sports going on, we're traveling, I have vacations, work stuff, business stuff, I'll scale back to the push-pull legs split and just hit everything once a week. So one of the things I teach our clients to do when it comes to working out, and don't worry, we're gonna get to the nutrition side and we're gonna wrap things up with some mindset tips, so make sure you watch the entire video. But one thing we do in our 3M fat loss system, and you can learn more about that in the description below, where we coach men 40 and older who have a family, a successful business, and want to be in the best shape of their lives. We teach them what's called movement, and it's in relation to cardio. What I'm going to tell you might sound controversial, but I want you to skip the cardio in the gym. Go in the gym with the purpose of lifting weights, getting stronger, building muscle over time. This applies even if you're training at home. Skip the bike, skip the elliptical, skip the step mill. Don't do that in the gym. Time in the gym is precious. We don't want to waste it on cardio machines. Use a cardio machine to warm up for a few minutes, get after your workout. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to start tracking your steps every single day. And I want you to aim for 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day. On average, we're trying to nail 10,000 steps a day. This is going to ramp up your movement and your overall activity. You're gonna start to burn more calories this way, but in a lifestyle-friendly way. So for example, instead of wasting 30 minutes on the treadmill, you can go to your son's baseball practice or soccer practice, pace around while you're watching him play, or if you're coaching, you can move around, and you're gonna track your steps. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you're gonna burn more calories this way by being more active overall than you would by 20 minutes on the elliptical. This is a secret that we use to help guys rapidly lose fat, especially those busy dads out there who don't have a lot of time. So we got the movement side down, we got your muscle side with training down. Now we gotta talk about your meals. We gotta address nutrition. Nutrition is everything. You can wipe out a perfect day of working out and moving around by one meal that goes way over your calories. So instead of giving you a deep dive into all the things you need to know about nutrition, I'm gonna keep it really basic for you. The one thing you need to master is calorie control. This will make or break your entire fat loss program. If you wanna get in shape, managing your calories is vital. So how do we do that? It's not always easy to eat the same things at the same time every single day, especially when kids wanna go here, or the wife wants to go out to dinner, or you have family get-togethers, or after parties, or whatever. You gotta have a calorie control method. So what I'm gonna tell you is using fasting as a tool is your best bet. And having days where you fast a longer period of time so that you're eating a less amount to offset days where you might eat more. Let me break down a sample week for you. So for most guys, especially busy dads, the early part of the week is pretty straightforward. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you probably have kids' baseball, soccer, football practice. You might have some things after school that you gotta take care of, but most of it is pretty consistent. So on those days, we're gonna take our calories down and we're gonna fast most of the morning and even part of the afternoon. I would suggest starting with just simply skipping breakfast and saving most of your calories for your last meal of the day, which would be dinner. An example would be hitting 2,000 calories Monday through Friday if you're a guy 200 pounds or heavier and you're just trying to lose fat. Keep in mind, this is just an example. Your calorie needs might be slightly different. I have a free guide, actually. It's in the description below, called thefitdadbod.com. You can go check it out right now. It's gonna tell you exactly how many calories you should eat to start losing fat. But let's get back on track. So if we're fasting during the week and we're keeping our calories really low, then on the weekend, we can get away with higher calories. We could set a goal of maybe 3,000 calories on Saturday and Sunday. So that gives us a ton of flexibility to go out to eat, take the kids to lunch, or go on a date night with your wife and eat more than you normally would. Then you get right back to it Monday through Friday. You could even throw in a 24-hour fast if you're feeling crazy like me and you want to do the stuff that gets faster results. You could fast from Sunday night to Monday night or even Tuesday morning. Just stick to water, electrolytes, black coffee, no calories. And guess what? You just created a bigger calorie deficit, so you don't have to worry about being at low calories every single day. You can actually eat more on some days because you've created that balance. The two biggest factors with nutrition, like I said, are managing your calories, and then on top of that, just getting enough protein. The fats and carbs that you intake, they're fuel for your workouts, they're fuel for your brain, they're fuel for your energy, but they can vary and they can be balanced based off your preference. So let's start with just managing your calories, using fasting as a tool, and structuring your week so that your lower calorie days are in the early part of the week. You have higher calorie days on the days where you want more flexibility. Okay, time to get our minds right. And I'm gonna give you something that has changed my life, especially being a busy dad. There's a question I always ask myself, and I actually learned this from a friend of mine. And he told me to ask myself, are you in a season or are you in a climate? This is a massive question to ask when you're running into busy periods of life with family, with kids, with work, and you feel overwhelmed trying to hit your fitness goals. Are you currently in a season, or is this a permanent climate that you're in? Is this how life always is, which would then require a serious change? Because if we're in a climate, we're in a place where this is just constant chaos, right? It's like living at the North Pole. It's always cold, it's always frozen, everything's just miserable. And that's something we want to get out of. We're gonna have to relocate and we're gonna have to find a place that has more balance. I live in Northern Virginia. There's all seasons here. There's winter, summer, fall, spring, everything in between. So I get a mix of everything. I can go skiing in the winter, I can go to the beach in the summer. But every season has its ups and downs. And I can ask myself in these moments of high stress, feeling overwhelmed, am I in a temporary season? Is there hope coming? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Do I need to scale back my expectations during this season, focus on things that I can control, and stop worrying about being perfect? Or am I in a climate and I need to change? Maybe it's how we handle certain situations. Maybe we've taken too much on our plate and we need to outsource some things. These are questions you need to ask as a busy dad if you want to get in shape. But my tip to you is this: focus on 30 days at a time. Sure, we have our big long-term goals. Some of you might want to drop 50 pounds this next year. Some of you might want to get ultra shredded and lose all your body fat and do a photo shoot with your kids. Those are great goals, but those are outcome-based goals. And they matter, but in order to get to our outcome, we have to focus on the process. So every 30 days, have process-based goals. Exactly what I just told you in the video in terms of habits and routines, they can be applied to these processes, right? Where on a 30-day window, you might be focused on fasting, you might be focused on hitting steps, or doing 3 days a week in the gym. Ultimately, that's going to get you to your outcome, which could happen 8 months from now, could happen 6 months from now, it doesn't matter. Every 30 days, you're just focused on the process. But your next step is this. I want you to watch a video I put together for you called the 5 most underrated fat loss habits that I've experienced in my own fat loss journey. It's on the screen somewhere here. Go check that one out next, because that's going to help you add to this process focus so that you have things to focus on every 30 days. And ultimately, by the end of this next year, you're going to be in tip-top shape. My name is Josiah Novak. I run a company called thetruetransformation.com. As I said, I have a free gift for you below. It's called thefitdadbod.com. You can go check it out. It's going to tell you exactly how to set up a plan for busy dads just like you. In the meantime, drop me a comment. Let me know what your #1 struggle is as a busy dad trying to get in shape. I'll make a video in the future to help you address it. Talk to you on the next one. Life moves fast. Make it count.